Hey guys, how you doing? It's Mr. Fuzzy Lego, and welcome back to our custom Lego minifigure video. And today I'm going to show you the two figures I made from the new movie Detective Pikachu. I've been super excited for this film ever since the first trailer came out in November, and even when we heard some things about it like long ago. So I've just been really excited to make these two figures specifically, and it's so cool to actually make them. And there's a live-action Pokemon movie. Some people may not have the same opinion, but for me personally, this is going to be really awesome, and it looks like such a good film, so I can't wait to see it. So yeah, I made these two figures, of course, Detective Pikachu and Justice Smith character Tim Goodman. So yeah, just made these two characters. I'm going to go and show them to you, so without further ado, let's get started. So first up, of course, is Pikachu, and right off the bat, I'm going to compare it to the one I made for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. You can see how different these are compared to each other. So first of all, this version is a lot smaller and a bit more accurate to how he is, like, size accurate. This is definitely used a bit more techniques to make it look how it does. I used a Lego head instead of a normal, like a sculpted head like I did for this version. So it is different that way. The tails are also very different. The tail is sculpted on the Detective Pikachu version, and then this one is just painted on poorly. So that's about it for the differences between them. I did use the metallic black with the brown inside the eyes for both, so that's what I did. And just, you know, this version is just a lot more different, of course, because it is a CGI version, so I tried to make it look a bit more realistic. Like how you can see there's a bit of like some fur texturing down there in like the belly region. Have his some paws painted on there to his arms, which are painted the same way that these are done. They're just kind of on there. This, of course, doesn't have as much detail. The nose is a bit bigger and looks more like a human, like an animal nose, like a real-life animal. And then, yeah, the most noticeable difference is, of course, the hat that Pikachu has on him. So before I get to the hat, you know, the head is sculpted, and it kind of comes out a little bit how it is in the movie. And then it is also his whole body sculpted onto a cone piece, and the ears are sculpted, and the tail sculpted, and all that's there. So yeah, now I'm gonna go on to the hat, which is sculpted on as well. That took it was pretty difficult to try and get that right, and yeah, so that's just painted on, sculpted on, and then I painted on the details all around the top of the hat. You can kind of see them there, even with the little strings, and the back, all the different little lines. So that was pretty challenging. And the last thing I want to talk about this figure before I just close out and go to Tim Goodman is that this was just super difficult to make. Both of these figures were really hard, and that's just because I was dealing with my paintbrushes were malfunctioning, and the yellow was so transparent. And at first I did paint this face, but then the eyes were too close together, and that was a huge problem. So I had to first of all sand the entire thing down and then cover it in white, and then a yellow, like a lighter yellow, and then use my actual yellow that I was planning to use for the figure. It was a very tedious process, but I'm very happy that I repainted it, because this looks a lot better than the one that I had before. So here is Tim Goodman. Just so you can get out of the way, in case you wanted to know the scale between these two, Pikachu goes just about to the height of Tim's legs, which I think is accurate to the movie. So that is pretty cool. So the design I based off of this specific costume, you see in most of the trailers and some of the clips. I've even seen this in lots of different references, where he has like this kind of thing in the middle of his shirt, and the top, like his jacket is just like a leather jacket, and then he just has blue jeans, and then some different shoe details, which are inaccurate because I couldn't really get a clear shot of his shoes. So I just kind of made a design, which I thought looked kind of cool. So first of all, I'm going to go to the skin tone. I used these off of the Zendaya minifigure from the Spider-Man set. I kind of just took her apart and took these and ran with it. That's fine. But I did paint that head on, which I think looks exactly like Lego, like heads. Maybe not specifically like Justice Smith, but I think it turned out really nice and just serves such a great purpose for this minifigure. Used the fin hair piece because it just looks so great on him. And then painted some little cuffs actually on his wrists to kind of simulate that effect. So that's what the shirt looks like underneath when you take spread the jacket out a little bit, which is made out of paper, of course, and that just kind of has some generic detailing and some weathering. And then the jacket just kind of goes over his arms and, you know, just kind of appears there with some details there. You can see the pockets are actually three-dimensional with some zippers painted on, and you got some of the more detail towards up there at the top. And then, yeah, he's even got some more detail on the back with some lines, and then the top of his hoodie there. And, yeah, didn't make him any accessories, and pretty excited to see him in this movie. So, yeah, that's about it for this video, guys. We're going to go ahead and wrap this up. Thanks so much for watching this video, guys. Leave a like if you've enjoyed, and a comment if you would be so inclined. That would be great. And without further ado, I guess I'm going to go ahead and end this video. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.